What kinds of news do you usually follow?
Mostly political news, but I also take an interest in crime news or scientific news. The only type of news that I'm not fond of is entertainment. I find it to be a waste of my time.
How do you usually get your news?
I usually read online newspapers to keep myself updated. There are several sites on the internet which offer lots of free content to read, and they get updated really frequently. That's why I much prefer online news to physical newspapers.
Do you often read the newspapers?
Well, not anymore. I find it a hassle to have to go to the local store to pick up my newspapers every day. Not to mention that newspapers are usually late when it comes to news reports as they still have to go through such as painting and distributing.
How do most people get the news in your country?
It depends on the age group we're talking about. I mean, older people tend to stick to physical newspapers because they're so used to reading news that way. In contrast, younger people use the internet all the time, so they are naturally inclined to read news online as well.
Do you think international news is important?
I'd say so. This is simply because we're living in such a globalistic world now that each and every decision of a nation can have an impact on another. For example, we need to keep ourselves updated in case other countries are planning an attack on us.
Do you have a hobby?
Yes, but hobby is not exactly the most common one. I enjoy collecting coins and notes from different countries in different eras. The reason why I'm so interested in this is because I believe coins can provide a lot of information about a country's culture and history, which is extremely exciting to know about.
What equipment do you need for it?
Well, I don't really need much. I only need a study book which can be used to keep the coins and notes in good condition. To be more specific, it protects them from humidity in the air and accidental water spillage.
Do you think hobbies should be shared with other people?
I think it depends on the nature of the hobby. There are hobbies which require the participation of many people, such as dancing or playing team sports. On the other hand, there are hobbies which would be better to be enjoyed alone, like reading or playing an instrument.
What hobbies are popular in your country?
It depends a lot on the age group, in my opinion. To be more specific, young people tend to enjoy energetic activities such as playing sports or going to the clubs since they often look for fun. In contrast, older people prefer serenity, so they often opt for pastimes like reading or gardening.
Do you like to travel?
Absolutely yes. I am really into exploring new places not only in Vietnam but also in many parts of the world. In other words, I'm fond of globe-trotting, which allows me to delve into various kinds of culture and wind down after working long hours.
Where do you like to travel to?
Actually, there is no specific place to which I'd love to go. Instead, I usually travel on a whim with unplanned trips and with random people. This means that I always go on a trip to another place after 1 or 2 days of suddenly coming up with an idea, and I will go with a random friend.
Do you prefer to travel alone or on a tour?
To tell the truth, traveling on a tour may help sort out all potential problems, but I prefer doing everything by myself. Thus, going somewhere alone is a better option by which I am free to go and stop at will or choose my own itinerary.